May you find happiness and peace, and may your home stand the test of time.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary. Today I'll be reacting to another video from Charlie Kirk. Today's video is titled Charlie Kirk Take Down Radical Leftist School System. So without further ado, let's get started.
Hi you guys, my name's Nia. I have a question. You mentioned I think two questions previously. She asked about, or you recommended moving her conservative business to a conservative area. Would you recommend that for more liberal businesses to be doing that well? And would you also recommend that for not necessarily businesses, but just people in general to be moving out of the communities they disagree with and into their surrounding by people who they agree with, and vice versa?
Oh, I don't think the business itself is conservative or liberal when I say that. So I don't think that you can have if you make clothes and they're good, you make clothes and they're good. But the free market will determine that, right? So what I mean is that if you are an entrepreneur, you have to start thinking about the policies that are in place where you live. And yes, I'm a big believer that you have to think about the values of where you live as well. So and for every regard, whether it's business, whether it's family, I mean, this has become such a huge discussion when you have kids, right? Well, what kind of public school system, where are you living, what kind of public school system? Are you going to send them to a school that believes that their child can pick their gender and their pronouns, or are you going to send them to a Christian school? It becomes common sense that you want to live in an area that reflects your values and that rewards the behavior that you see as acceptable. So I think that that's sort of a natural thing that people should strive toward, and I'm being serious when I say that you now have areas that are I can't imagine opening a business in Los Angeles. I don't understand people that still live there. You are just being penalized for being successful when you look at the tax rates. And it's interesting that the young lady that came before you just said, you know, I was a liberal until I got into the real world. That's exactly what I'm talking about, because when you get into the real world, you start to realize the way that you're taxed in certain areas. It's punitive to successful people. So yes, I would recommend it, whether it was what your leanings are doesn't matter, right? If you want to work for the sake of all of your tax dollars going to support, you know, criminals on the street, whatever reforms they say that they're doing, then yeah, you could stay where you want to, but you're not going to earn any money, and eventually you're going to wake up and you're going to say, actually, I'm a little more fiscally conservative, as people like to say, and people tend to just migrate towards places that are advantageous to those perspectives.
And I'll answer the second part of your question. I'm torn on it. I grew up in Illinois. It's my home. But I left. But Illinois really left me, if I'm honest. And I do believe that people should start to live around people that share your values. I don't think it's healthy when you have to be ruled under Lori Lightfoot or J.B. Pritzker when there's other options in the same country. I don't. And look, Wisconsin is a completely different. I think Wisconsin is a much more conservative state than it's currently being reflected politically, and it showed that in a lot of different ways. So Wisconsin's different. I love Wisconsin. It's one of my favorite places in the world. I mean that. And great people. But look, I left. I went to Arizona. Candace went to Tennessee. I want to start a family. I got married. I want to live around people that can tell me what a woman is. I want to live around people that believe that their life begins at some form of point and doesn't believe in post-birth abortion. I don't want to be worried that my guns are going to be confiscated, or that the kids in our community are going to be taught about lesbian sex when they're 4 years old. That's not a state I want to live in. And for me, that was a breaking point, not to mention the financial pressure of living in Illinois. So,
and by the way, that idea of putting yourself in a social environment that matches your own, that's a part of humanity. That's not even humanity. That's animal instinct. Find your tribe is what we're saying, right? And people do that whether you're first day of kindergarten, you're making your friends, you're finding people that you have things in common with. Then when it becomes, you become an adult and you're out in the world, it's the exact same thing. It's totally natural.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I totally agree with, Charlie and Candace. You see, I'm a Nigerian, but I'm based in Ghana. When I came to Ghana to study, I discovered a new culture, a culture whereby, there is peace, and everyone is trying to fit in. There is no pressure. No one is, trying to make you feel insecure. Even if, yes, I'm a foreigner, I just love how welcoming they are. And right from my level 100, I told myself, no, after school, I'm going to stay back. And I think I've been here for a couple of years now, and I still enjoy my stay and appreciate that decision I took. And I get what Charlie is saying. If you are in an environment that is not conducive for you, or that does not go with your culture or with your belief, it is advisable to move. you see, to a place that you can fit in. I've seen several people try different things, different work, and they discover that now I think my service is not appreciated, and they leave. You see, they go to an institution whereby they appreciate what they are giving in. And I think that is what we all need to look out for. Go to a place that your value is being appreciated, not somewhere that no matter what you do, they feel like you are not doing enough. And I think that is what Charlie is pushing at. Charlie and Candace, they're pushing at it. Because Charlie's a Christian based on what I know, and I know him as someone that respects Christianity values and also push for things that Christianity believes in. So if he decides to live where he is familiar with, simply because he don't like how they put things or their culture, it's a normal thing, and I'm not surprised. Well, this is beautiful, and it's a message to everyone. If you are in a confined place, in a place whereby you see that your effort is not appreciated, sometimes what you need to do is take that bold step and leave. You never can tell what the future holds, but if you keep on remaining there, I think there's a saying, you either beat them or join them. So if you can't join them, then you should just leave. And I think there's another saying that evil communication corrupts good manners. When you are always around bad or negative set of people, you start copying their lifestyle. So the best thing is distance yourself from several or from those people, and I think that is it. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. If it is your first time visiting the channel, click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and remember this.